I'm here back at the beach and I'm collecting these pine needles that I'm going to use as ground cover for the house. And the reason why is this. Let me show you. When you lay down ground cover, you're going to get worms like this worm right here and everything else living under it. And you can see the moisture and everything else. It's just ripe for insects. That's going to allow me then to put the little chickens to run around and dig up and eat this stuff. Also, is going to keep growth down, so I can use this as ground cover around the house where I don't want stuff growing. And there's a lot of it here, so I can clean up the beach a little, do my public service, and collect bags of ground cover. And this is what you got to encourage. Look at all these little guys in here. Even a worm living in here, a couple worms. This is what you want in your garden for your chickens. I'm going to gather all of this, put it into the bag. All right, so it didn't take me long, but I picked up 9 bags. Hardly made a dent in the chips. This had too much garbage in it and stuff, pine cones. I went for trying to keep the pine cones. You can see a lot of pine cones out. So I'm going to see what this does for the garden. And yeah, let's see how it looks. This is Mikuni, and had the tsunami happened on the other side of Japan, all this would have been gone. So the tsunami affected me quite a bit because this would have been, 10 meters, all these buildings, this whole community that I basically am a part of. Here's our quite a few videos. This Mikuni on the sunset. And it would have just gone right down this river here, this estuary, and destroyed everything here. All this would have been gone. Where they do the fish buying and selling right there. So what I'm doing is putting down pine needles here. Now this forms a natural chicken run, so what I'm thinking about is actually creating putting in arcs and then covering it with mesh, and then be able to lock in the chickens. They can go all the way back and forth and work through this, so they can dig up under here and let them work. So that's the plan. So you can see I've got some down, and there's also little lizards in here. You see that little lizard moving around. Lots of lizards. I have lots of lizards in the garden. And they love hanging out on my tiles, warming themselves up in the morning. Oh, there's one right there. See him on the wood? There's a little tile there. Usually they like to warm themselves on the tile here. And this is an apple tree here, so I've got it protected. Got these tiles here, and it'll attract the lizards and any sort of thing that tries to eat them. Hopefully it'll get eaten by the lizards here. So this will be an apple tree growing up here. So let's get the rest of it down here, show you what it looks like at the end. So there you go. That looks a lot better than what it did do, like this, right? So check that out. So I'm really happy with this. And again, what I'm thinking is I can do a cover here, put netting down over this, and then let the chickens out run. This will be the chicken run here. Keep them out of the bushes and stuff. This here is my worm farm. Keep it covered whenever I need worms. I just dig it up. There's lots of worms in there. Old compost heap that I moved down here. So that was last year's. This year's is going to be here. And then in the spring, spread it out again and just making this super, super rich, full of beautiful worms. And I'm actually kind of excited. This is my cherry tree, and it's still alive. So maybe it's rooted itself. Who knows? If that's the case, that'd be really cool. But the leaves look really healthy on it, so I'm really excited. These are potatoes. I didn't plant them, they're just from last year. This is my wasabi there, growing up. This is also a vine, grape, I think. That's a grape, going up there, looking good. And I've got some more cherry tree clippings that haven't died. Some of them don't look so well, like this one here. This one here looks good. That looks good. It's actually the branch goes all the way along under here, so only the tip are sticking out. And what I need to do is control this is mint, keeping away the insects and just pulling it out around it. So make sure it doesn't obscure the leaves. Like right here is really good. There's some nice leaves here. Alright, usually I just come with some scissors and just clip it and leave it. It's a nice smell. This is spearmint smell to protect my cuttings here. This one looks good in here too. Nice sized leaves have come up here. Right there. This one's dead. This one may be still alive, barely. Got green leaf on it, so that's good. And then over here, I put these rubber things. This is good because it traps the moisture. It's like a heat pad that creates condensation in little insects. So again, this is probably going to be the main little chicken run that I'm going to develop. Little chuck-chucks. And probably use this mesh here along the sides, buried into the ground, and then with a top over it. And then, or maybe I'll add a net over it when they're in here, a blue net. I have an idea which one I'd use, and then let them out here during the day, doing their thing. And then go all the way around here, all in here. Good. There's some shade under there if it's too hot for them. Go key. It. I really need to get the gazebo built over the fish here. It's a hot day today, and it's going to warm up this water, which isn't going to be good. Look at that. You see that fish? That the shadow spooked it. The trout there. These are speckled trout. This guy does not look too healthy. Huh? What's wrong with you, buddy? Sunstruck? He looks better now, huh? He was sleeping or something. Now they're chasing each other. Need to get more air going in here. Probably wondering what this is here. This is actually a worm farm. And all it is, I did a video on it, but all I did was put a tube into the ground, drilled some holes in it, stocked it with some worms, and been putting kitchen waste on it. And ultimately, the reason for that is I want to encourage worms in this soil here, and this is their breeding spot right here. So, yeah, you know, all these different things I've built, I have no experience building, and that's the thing about Foundups is you do a little bit of online research and you just go out and do it. Don't be afraid to do it. You know, I'm still working. Hopefully this is going to take. I haven't seen any flies in my feeder yet. So I don't know if I have the mixture right. You know, I put seafood, meat, and I put citrus, which the soldier flies should supposedly enjoy. They eat all of that. They eat citrus, they eat meat. But the idea of doing citrus and blending it is basically keeping away some of the other insects out of there, to make it pretty much only conducive to soldier flies. So hopefully I'm going to see some action there. Doing a little experiment here, seeing if I can use the solar panel here to recharge that battery there. You know, Foundups is all about solving little problems that ultimately will help the planet. If we could launch thousands of Foundup houses around the planet, places where you can come visit. When you come to Japan and you're a member of Foundups, you come stay here at no cost. Come visit, learn about Foundups. Imagine if you ran your own Foundup house wherever you are. I can come visit you. Members can join your crowdfunding campaign and pay a little bit over time, helping you fund these different projects for a sustainable planet. And when I come to your neck of the woods, I can come and stay with you at no cost and help you with your different Foundups. And maybe you can add insight to the ones that I'm working on. That's the vision of Foundups. People working together, helping one another, helping to save the planet together. Foundups. Tackling little problems, and if enough of us tackle these little problems, then ultimately maybe we can impact the big ones. My name is Mike Trout, the founder of Foundups. Learn more at foundups.com and launch your own Foundup house. It's really that simple. Just get out there and start solving little problems.